just isn't you.
I ran into my ex-wife 3 years after our divorce. 3 years. That's how long it took for me to stop checking her Instagram, to stop reaching for her side of the bed, to stop expecting her voice every time the doorbell rang. And then, one random Tuesday, I saw her again, in grocery store, aisle 7, standing there, picking out cereal, like nothing ever happened. For a second, I just watched her. She looked different, happier, shorter hair, no ring, but the way she tucked it behind her ear, still the same. She noticed me eventually, smiled. That small, polite kind of smile you give a stranger you almost recognize. We talked. About nothing, and somehow about everything. Work. Life. How her dog was doing. She asked if I was seeing anyone. I said no. She said she wasn't either, and for a split second, it felt like maybe we could start over. Then her phone buzzed. She looked down, smiled, and said, "My boyfriend's waiting outside." It hit me harder than the divorce did, because I realized she'd moved on for real this time. And I was still standing in the same aisle, holding on to a version of her that doesn't exist anymore. We said goodbye. She hugged me, soft, familiar, final. And as she walked away, I remembered what my therapist once said "You can't heal if you keep checking if the wound's still bleeding." That night, I deleted her number for good. But her name, it's still saved somewhere in my head, right next to everything I should have said before it was too late. I thought she loved me. Turns out, I was just a chapter she already closed. We were together almost 2 years, the kind of relationship that makes you believe in forever. Late night talks, weekend trips, plans, shared playlists, toothbrushes, all that small domestic magic that makes two people feel like one life. And when it ended, it wasn't a fight. It was worse. It was silence. She just said she needed time, and I, like an idiot, thought time would fix everything. In weeks passed, then months, and eventually I realized she wasn't coming back. Still, I never really moved on. Every girl I met after her, wrong laugh, wrong smell, wrong everything. She was the one. At least, I thought so. Last month, a friend invited me to a small house party. I didn't even want to go, but I went, and of course, she was there. Same eyes, same calm smile. Different guy's arm around her waist. I froze. She looked at me, smiled politely, said, "Hey, it's been a while." We talked briefly. She said she's happy, that life's good, that she's grateful for everything we had, like it was a vacation she vaguely remembers. And that's when I realized, for her, I was just a memory. For me, she was still the whole story. Later that night, after everyone left, I saw her jacket on a chair. Instinctively, I reached for it. That old habit of wanting to bring her things back. But this time, I just stopped and left it there. Because maybe she didn't break my heart. Maybe I just kept living in a chapter she'd already finished reading.
I'm dating 2 men. One lives in Miami, the other in Los Angeles. And both think I'm theirs. I never meant for it to happen. It just did. And now I don't even know who I am anymore. Ethan, he's in Miami. We've been together for almost a year. He's kind, warm, always asks if I've eaten, always holds my hand when we walk. With him, life feels quiet, stable. He talks about moving in together, about getting a dog, and I smile. Pretend I want the same in. But then there's Lucas. He's in Los Angeles. I met him through work, a project, a few meetings, late nights that turned into something else. He's chaos, fire, the kind of man who makes every moment feel dangerous and alive. I tell Ethan I have business trips to LA, and every time I land there, Lucas picks me up at the airport like it's our little secret world. We check into hotels. We have dinner by the ocean. He kisses me like he knows I'll leave again. And every time I do, it feels like I'm tearing myself in half. Nathan sends me voice notes when I'm gone. Hope the meetings go well. Miss you already. I listen to them while lying next to Lucas, and I hate myself for not knowing who I miss more. And when I'm in Miami, I think about LA. When I'm in LA, I think about Miami. I live two lives, and both of them feel half real. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if they found out. Would they hate me? Would they hate each other? Or would they just realize what I already know, that I don't belong completely to anyone anymore? Lucas says he doesn't want labels. Ethan wants a future. And me? Nin. I just want to stop feeling like I'm running out of air. I keep telling myself, I'll choose next trip, next week, next month. But I don't. Because choosing means ending something. And I don't want to lose either of them, even if keeping both means losing myself.
My biggest secret. He used to be my friend's husband. And I know it's wrong. But for the first time in a long time, I feel alive. And I'm not going to apologize for that. We weren't supposed to see each other again. He's my friend's ex-husband. The same friend I used to share everything with. Laughter, fears, secrets. I was there when they got married, when they were happy, and when everything fell apart. I thought that story ended long ago. Then one day, he texted me. Nothing special, just, "Thank you for being there back then. I remember." That's it. But somehow, those words opened a door I didn't even realize was still there, and suddenly there was light coming through. We met for coffee. At first, just as friends. Then as two people who somehow made it easier for each other to breathe. He told me how hard it was to rebuild his life after everything. And I listened, realizing I hadn't felt that close to anyone in years. Then one night happened. Not like in movies. Not perfect, not planned, and just real. No promises, no future talk, no forever. Sometimes I wonder if it's even love. Maybe it's something else. Understanding, exhaustion, comfort, all tangled together. We both know that if she ever finds out, it's over. For the friendship, for us, for everything. But I can't pretend I regret it. He gives me something I lost a long time ago, the feeling of being alive, of being seen, not just someone's background character, not the good friend, just me. Maybe it's selfish, maybe it's human, but I'm done being perfect. I just want to be real.
She loved me right. I loved her wrong. She was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I ruined it. Not with cheating, not with lies, just neglect. She loved loud. I loved lazy. She showed up every day, fully. I showed up when it was convenient. She used to tell me, "I just want you to meet me halfway." And I thought I was. I wasn't. She'd send me good morning texts. I'd reply hours later. She'd plan things for us. I'd cancel last minute. She'd ask if I was okay, and I'd say I'm fine when I wasn't, like some kind of emotional idiot who thought that made me strong. And you know what's crazy? She never gave up. Not once. Until she did. And when she left, she didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't ask for closure. She just looked at me with this tired smile and said, "I hope one day someone loves you the way I tried to." That one line destroyed me, because I realized she wasn't leaving out of anger. She was leaving because she finally accepted that loving me was never going to be enough if I didn't love her back the same way. Now it's been over a year. She's happy. I see it. She glows different. And every time I scroll past her name, it's like my stomach drops. Not from jealousy, but from knowing she finally got what she deserved. And I think about her sometimes. The way she laughed at my dumb jokes. The way she'd grab my hand in traffic. How she always smelled like vanilla and rain. It's all still there. I could text her, say I miss you, but what would that change? She gave me 1,000 chances when I didn't deserve one. I don't get another. So now, I just sit with it. The knowing, the guilt, the silence. She loved me right, I loved her wrong. And that's how I learned that almost ready is just another way of saying too late.